All right, good morning, East Texas. I'm CBS 19 meteorologist Joel Robinson here with a morning weather update on this beautiful Friday. We're currently streaming live on CBS 19 Plus as well as YouTube and Facebook, so thanks so much for joining me. We're going to be going over the forecast for this weekend, for today, of course. We're going to be going over some things going on in the tropics. So you've come to the right place for weather information. Thanks for joining me once again. So timing out our next few hours to start out here, we are expecting temperatures in the low to mid 90s as we wear on into this afternoon. We'll have some partly cloudy skies developing. And actually, real quick, I want to pull up radar real quick because we do actually have some showers and thunderstorms over deep East Texas. So let me pull that up for you. They're not severe. They are a little bit punchy. They're on the strong side for sure. They're over near the center area. So let's pull that up for you real quick. So let me pull up radar. Here we are. Okay, this is what we're dealing with here. So again, non-severe thunderstorms that we're dealing with here. Let's put this into motion. Moving northeast to southwest. This is about all the activity that we're watching for right now. Could have some additional showers and thunderstorms later in the day as well. But we'll continue to keep an eye on CBS 19 Live Radar. It's over just south of center. It's moving away from center and moving into San Augustine County, parts of Nacogdoches County. You're on deck there. It is looking like it's falling apart ever so slightly, but still some heavy rainfall embedded within some of these storms here. So this cluster of thunderstorms is basically all we're tracking right now. Looks like we have some thunderstorms that are moving away from Angelina County. Here's Trinity County, Groveton, seeing some cells move away from that area. But again, this is about all the activity that we're seeing right now. Looks like there's another cell just behind this cluster of cells that could make its way into deep East Texas. But once again, that's about all we're tracking for right now. It's all the activity is over deep East Texas, over Shelby County, San Augustine County, parts of Sabine County, and moving into Nacogdoches County. So that is what we can expect for now. So that is basically what we have in store for today. Again, most of the activity will be over deep East Texas. Most of us will be on the sunny side. So that's some nice news there. Should be a much quieter day as we go into this afternoon. All right, let's get back to it here. So again, we're watching for temperatures in the low to mid 90s. So right around average. Our average this time of year is 94. We aim to be just a little bit below that, if not just near it. And as we go into tonight, we look to be slightly below average in some spots, maybe even as low as the upper 60s in some spots, but we'll have mostly clear skies. Still pretty warm and muggy across some of the area, but we'll see upper 60s to low 70s, that kind of range there. So that's what we can expect for tonight. Now the big story here, especially as we go into next week, check this out. So 6 to 10 days, August 28th to September 1st. Above average rainfall is favored for East Texas. Alongside that, check this out, below average temperatures. Now this is what we're really excited about, right? 5 to 10 degrees below average in deep East Texas, or I should say East Texas in general, really, even into parts of deep East Texas. And it looks like near average temperatures are going to be favored for the Houston area, and maybe a little bit above average as you go further southward. But we got a little bit of a taste of fall on the way for next week. Let's take a look at what it looks like. So again, average 94, 96 by Monday, 92 for Tuesday, and then as we go on, could potentially see upper 80s. Now that's something to be excited about for sure. And on top of that, we saw those above average rainfall graphics there. There will be a chance for some above average rainfall alongside those cooler than average temperatures, and that's all thanks to a cold front that will be swinging into East Texas as we go into next week. So that, this right here, this drop in temperature, that's what is responsible for that. But we warm up before we cool down, right? So 95 for Saturday, 97 for Sunday. And when you get these numbers, especially as you mix the humidity in there, it's going to be feeling at least 105 to 110. So that's something that we're going to have to really watch for. It's going to be a gorgeous weekend outside of that. Man, it's just lovely, sunny weather. Oh, it's going to be a really nice weekend to get outside. But do so carefully. Get into a pool, lake, have some water, and make sure you are limiting your time outdoors if you are not doing any of those things. Especially overall, make sure you are hydrating, but for sure it's going to be some dangerous heat that we're going to be dealing with, especially towards the middle and end of the weekend, even into parts of next week. Like Monday, still around 96. That's still pretty dangerous as you mix that humidity in there. So it's still going to be pretty dangerous even into early parts of next week before we can get that cold front to really cool things off. So that's something you just kind of have to keep in mind, especially if you have plans this weekend. It's going to be a hot one. On top of that, rain chances pretty tame. For today, we saw a couple of showers. We're already seeing a couple of showers and thunderstorms over Deep East Texas. I think they look to stay there. A couple of showers over all of East Texas. Can't be ruled out completely, though. We got the sunshine, we got the humidity. Can't rule out maybe a stray pop-up shower. But overall, it's a pretty dry day all across the board, and especially going into this weekend. We got zeros, 0 times 3. What's 0 times 3? 0. There you go. We got a 0% chance of rain all the way through the weekend, and then those rain chances start to ramp up again as we introduce that cold front. And we're watching Friday as well. You can see that little bit of an uptick in rain there. You can see just on the edge of the 30% right there. There could be an increase in rain chances as we go into Friday as well. And again, that's the cold front kind of moving through the area, and those temperatures will be falling as well. So that's the biggest story here. Future Skycast, let's take a look here. So we're already picking up on some showers and thunderstorms over Deep East Texas. More could be on the way as we head into this afternoon. So we'll have to watch for that, but check this out. I can hear the crickets just looking at this, very quiet as we go into Saturday. North wind, here it is, north wind coming in. We're just on the edge of a high pressure area in our upper levels. That's going to really help bump up those temperatures. So on top of that, we got the sunshine. Temperatures will be aiming for the middle to upper 90s as we go into Saturday and Sunday. So we got to get past that. Then we'll get some colder air, or cooler air, I should say, as we go into parts of next week. So that's something, again, to look forward to. All right, let's get an update on Hurricane Erin here. You can see it's way off the coast now. It's currently a Category 1, continuing to weaken as it continues to track to the north and east, so that's some good news. Taking a look at some of the other locations that we could potentially see our next named storm with, 40% chance of development within the next 2 days and within the next 7 days. So that's one area that we're watching. The second area that we're watching does have a 70% chance of development within the next 7 days and a 50% chance of development within the next 2 days. And it does look to take around the same path as Erin, maybe even slightly further to the east. So it's not going to be expected to hit the United States, so that's some good news there. We'll keep an eye on all of these. We do have another small area that's actually moving this way, so it's moving away from the United States. Wouldn't expect too much out of that. I think it has about a 10 to 20% chance of development, so that's not something that we're really going to be watching too closely. But those two that we just saw, the 70% and the 40% chance, definitely going to keep an eye on, and we will be sure to have some updates for you as we go out through the week. All right, here we go, everybody. 7-day forecast. 93 for today, partly cloudy, gorgeous as we go into today and into the next few days. Got plenty of sunshine in the forecast, just going to be dealing with that dangerous heat. That's the thing, right? So gorgeous weekend to get outside, 95 up to 97 as we go into Sunday. So it's definitely going to be dangerously hot, especially as you mix in that humidity. 105, 110 degree feels like temperatures, not out of the question, even into Monday as well. And then we can look forward to temperatures in the low 90s for Tuesday. Minor rain chances certainly possible, but an increase in cloud cover nonetheless. Then we really get in on scattered thunderstorm chances as we head into Wednesday and Thursday. This is around the time when the above average rainfall starts to get going. We got temperatures below average already, upper 80s, rain could potentially continue into next weekend too. So that is what we're watching, so we can look forward to that. We got a gorgeous, just refreshing forecast as we go into next week. So it is going to be very, very nice. So that is what we are tracking, folks. We're going to have some updated information for you on the noon show. We'll have some new data for our future Skycast, so you can look forward to that. But folks, the bottom line here is it gets warmer and then it gets cooler. So we just got to get through this next little brief time of warmth, and then we can enjoy some fall-like temperatures as we go into next week. So again, thanks so much for joining me today. Again, we're going to have some updated information for you on the noon show, so hope to see you there. But for now, have a wonderful day.